Hi there, Ron here of Variable Play, and welcome to another Open Game Night.
Open game
Open game
night.
night!
Open game
What's up,
night.
everyone?
Open game
Welcome!
night.
So, with me
It's the cool
is to
shades.
my left,
Who is to your left?
You are.
you
What?
are.
I'm on his right from where I'm looking.
Okay,
So,
all right.
good
To
evening,
my right.
everyone. Happy here.
To my right, there.
What?
Hey, I'm Denmark. Thank you for joining us.
And it's Keo, the guy in the lower right. Left.
However, you're looking at this.
Let's not do that.
So, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. And tonight, we're going to be talking about award season again. And one of the awards is that just got recently concluded was the Dice Tower Awards that
Dice
was
Tower.
announced during
Yeah.
their summer spectacular. And we're going to be
Dice
talking
Tower.
about the winners and nominees. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Good stuff. I think it's a. I think Dice Tower always had a really good sort of core market selection of
Right.
games. So
I like the list this year, and
There's no
actually,
birds.
just getting to also
There was
getting to
nominees.
hear from several of the designers, and like they brought their whole teams with them, was
Yeah.
actually really nice to
yes,
see.
yes,
Uh,
that was a fun bit where they featured not only the designers and developers, but even the marketing people, the sales people,
Yeah.
the logistics people, warehousing people, because
Everybody.
they're all part of the industry
Mhm.
and they're all part of the hobby. Wouldn't happen. You wouldn't get your game if nobody delivered it to the store.
Right.
So
No one would know
while
the game.
They're just paying tribute, right? Credit
Yes,
where credit
yes.
is due.
Yep, yep.
That's
So
cool.
while Denmark is spamming the interwebs,
Yeah, doing his thing.
here's his
Bam.
thing. Uh, so Denmark, I think you guys reported yesterday about the uh, Asmodee gunning for
Yeah,
the.
Asmodee and Amazon are suing counterfeiters. Well, specifically for two expansions of
I guess
Dixit.
the sort of
Uh,
large production house factories,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
That
they
does
they got a lot of stalls here in the Philippines to check out.
And they're going
That's a
after.
lot of suing.
And it's
pagka
like,
nasa tiangge, di ba? So
like what I was
sometimes you just
saying
cheese and
yesterday
then
was that
yeah.
it's okay that this is gonna be good because remember for the past few months, I think for the last 2 years, there was an outrage with if you're gonna
the
support
policing for
piracy,
piracy
or non-piracy.
and
So,
imitations
Yeah.
are
Ah,
coming from mostly just the players, right?
Yeah,
It's people react and sort of shout out, "Hey, um, this is not all right," and it just becomes an outrage, right? Like, hey,
Right.
you shouldn't be doing that.
so
Yeah,
that's
I mean-
what's
polarizing
gonna happen.
opinions. Yeah.
when you copy something, you know, if you're doing it just for profit, it really does hurt people who come up with original ideas. That the effort that they're putting into it just to be imitated and then even denied credit for what they did, so to speak, is just really it's hurtful. Don't imitate others.
How
Don't.
hurt?
You just hurt
How
their
hurt are you,
feelings.
Javi? How hurt are you? Show me.
Show me where he hurt you.
Show me with this doll. Where did he
Show me
hurt
where it
you?
hurts. Show me where it hurts, Javi. Show me.
Hey, hello, Christina. Hello, Morgan.
I would only need one finger to show you.
What?
Here, Clint
Okay,
was saying
so
something.
moving forward,
Clint was
I'll
saying
drink to
something
that.
right there.
Cheers.
Clint was
So-
saying, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Clint
go
was
ahead.
saying they can now feel the effects of it, especially now in the pandemic and shipping container issues. They can't afford losing more money with the piracy and stuff, right? So now they're really
Yep.
gonna do a hard crackdown on it.
There's a lot of
I think-
discussion about the consumers taking the weight of a lot of the additional expenses. I mean, publishers can and have been like shouldering a lot of the extra costs, but
Yeah.
it really only gets to a certain point, and then they're really gonna need to pull it out of the consumer. So you can already see in some of the price hikes for some games. Like, I personally don't feel like a game should cost a X, but from the publisher's perspective, I'm sure that they have justification for it. And one of those reasons is piracy.
Mm-hmm.
Imitation knockoffs are hurting them.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Agree. And yeah, so in terms of the logistics issues and yeah, the piracy, that is, I think, an interesting uh, take now of the big players in the industries, because it does validate that people have been, shouting out, and hey, I think this is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know, for so long we've seen, r- big title games, right, that are a- astonishingly
Getting
pirated
pirated.
yeah, and it's
Pandemic
and it's
Legacy, Terraforming Mars,
yeah,
Wingspan.
and it's not
Ha!
Wingspan's
it's a
already
little bit
pirated?
more
It's
for
got
See,
the
pirated.
that's why you should be playing games with minis. They're not gonna go out of their way.
well,
It's
it
just not
depends,
worth it. You know,
because
when you have
the
something unique and special, it will take too much effort to imitate you. Play
Mhm.
minis.
But if in terms of for the not, the people who are not familiar, and it's um, normally the main point why core gamers are reacting. Hey, thank you for sharing. Yes, it is in Card House. I think that's the second edition, actually. So it's already the second print run
Second
of Gold
edition.
Editions.
Second edition.
Big
With the
Yeah.
word.
solo player rules printed.
Yes. Actually,
You were
now with
saying
the yeah. So
I have
got
to
this.
bring you guys back. You were saying,
So I
hi
was
Mark,
saying, okay.
belated happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday.
So for the ones who are not familiar, they wouldn't notice which one is an imitation, which one is not, because they're. I mean, to them, it just looks like Secret Hitler or whatever the game is, and sometimes the quality is too close, right? So yes. All right. I think
Yeah,
that's ten
so okay,
minutes.
yeah, just so that we don't confuse people, I know that we are talking about piracy and imitations, but it's not part of the Dice Tower Award. There is no award for best imitation, okay? So we're on a tangent here, buying time for Denmark. So we're going to
Oh,
Yes.
proceed
good.
for the actual topic for
So
tonight.
this is
So
actually
here we
my
go.
Okay.
Here we go.
We're the
I'm good.
decoys.
I'm good.
Well, you know what? I will always take time from my day to warn people about imitators. You know, originators deserve credit for their effort. So,
Oh, yeah.
All
you
right.
know,
Yeah.
Cool. So
Agreed.
I think
Mm-hmm.
we can already go back to our main topic, which is, let's talk about the
Oh, we're gonna start
dice.
early. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
ahead of schedule this time
So,
around.
so everybody who's watching, we would like to know: do you agree with the nominations? Do you agree with those who won
Yeah,
with
so
the awards?
let's show them the nominees and winners. That
Right.
would help.
Yes.
Look at
No,
So
so
that.
we're inviting you to chime in on the comments. Whatever.
Right. I
If you
will be
don't
watching
agree,
the comments.
if you're not okay with it, let's discuss. All right.
so the
So what
first
are we gonna
one, and
start
we're
with? Okay.
going from, but if you go to the Dice Tower Awards page, we're coming from the bottom going up, because the first one
Yeah,
is going to
we
be the
want to
game of the
save
year.
the best game for last.
All right.
The
Yeah.
best
Sure.
game.
So uh, the nominees for most innovative game is The Crew, Forgotten Waters, Micro
Okay.
Macro, Search for Planet
The only
X,
reason Kiyo's here.
and,
It's his
Me?
demon worker.
and Whistle Mountain. Whistle Mountain. So when I saw this, I understood micro macro. I think it really gathered quite a bit of buzz.
Yeah.
Thank
Um,
you.
It
Forgotten
was so
Waters,
cute. Mm-mm,
definitely.
mm-mm.
Can you bring that Forgotten Waters up again? See, so
Having played 3 out of the 5 nominees, that I'm happy that these games are recognized for their innovation. Although I do
Oh
have
yeah.
some thoughts on the crew.
But same
You know
goes
how I feel
for
about the crew.
same goes for Forgotten Waters and Search for Planet X. It's not really innovation because you're using an app. So somehow this award
mm,
actually is a little bit, for me it's a little bit controversial because what really do we mean when we say innovation? Does it really
well, they
change the
did
game?
explain it that
Mm-hmm.
normally it's when you sort of um, create something that feels new, even if it's a innovation. Always meant that you. So when you imitate something, you're just copying, and then there's nothing added. There's no creativity there. But when
No
Yes,
you
I
creativity.
totally agree. It is devoid of creativity and originality.
let's go back.
So monotonous.
But when you're innovating, what the big difference, and I mean, even the things that we've been doing here in variable play, we take inspiration from Dice Tower and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of great content creators, even for the
Rodney.
local country.
Rodney
Exactly,
celebrated
Ronnie just
today.
celebrated his 10th year,
10 years.
and,
Right.
Ten
Shut Up
years.
and Sit Down was like, hey,
It's
we
also our
also
10th
want
year.
to we also want to celebrate 10 years.
Us too. 10 years. Please donate.
Okay,
So,
No,
have
we're
any of you played Whistle Mountain by any chance?
I have a basic idea on how it goes. It's
Yeah, because we got a question here that what's innovative about Whistle Mountain? I can't answer this question.
I think what's innovative about that one is you are trying to build your structure. Go because with some mountain is you're building your structure while doing worker placement, and then your workers fall off into the water, and you're trying to rescue them, and then you bring them up again somewhere there.
So,
okay. So normally,
maybe it's the worker recovery mechanics.
yeah. So normally, when you
Recovery.
have some
Okay.
sort of ergonomic movement or mechanical idea that's not necessarily implemented the same way before, and it was something interesting. So similar to like micro macro, this is just gamified. Where's Waldo, right? So it is similar to that, but there are so many other hidden um, clues games, right? But this
Yeah,
one
but
is
I
implemented
have
in
to
a
give Micro Macro credit for almost having a little bit of storytelling into it.
Yeah.
While you
It
are
is
looking
storytelling.
for objects or people, they do show up multiple times on a board, and they
yep.
tell a story.
Yes, yes, yes. So
So
I
One of
think
the
who?
that's
biggest boards
where
I've ever seen,
I
actually.
forgot who won this category.
yes. So what do you guys? Who do you guys think won
I'm
the category? If
micro
you don't
macro for
remember.
me. I really
Yeah, I'm gonna.
forgot. I really forgot.
I'm
What
gonna
are
have.
you talking about?
Oh, you won?
No. So we're gonna
That's
see.
All right.
innovative.
All
Who
right.
won? Who won?
And the one who won
It's
is
the
Oh,
the
hey, I
crew.
won.
The
Woo!
crew. The crew.
I
There you go.
won.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, you know
All
what?
right.
I like playing the crew.
What was your reservation?
I would compare. I kind of compare it to games like Hanabi. So it feels very similar. It's not an imitation, it's not the exact same thing, but there are aspects of it that are similar. But I kind of enjoy just the flow of how the crew plays out rather than how Hanabi plays out.
Right. Cool.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right.
Cool. Cool.
So I
All right.
also
Next
thought
up.
that if it's the winner, sure, I can live with that. The innovative game, I could
Ooh,
live with
because you
that.
Yeah.
own a
Why not?
copy.
Well, I think these three, any of them
Any of them would be
would
good.
have won, and I'm
Yeah.
good.
Because Search
Search
for
for Planet
Planet X
X
was
is
it's you looking
always been
for a planet on a
my
board.
Is that
yeah. It's
Mystica?
it's it's kind of like that game you taught us where I'm really bad at it.
Cryptid.
Yeah,
Cryptic.
cryptid.
Oh
So it's kind of
God. Okay, no. Why is it in here? Never get rid of that.
It's
it is similar
innovative.
to that. Similar to that.
Cryptid.
All right,
What's the next? What's the
let's
next
move on. Okay, so the
category?
next category is actually already one on its own because there are no
It's
nominations.
No
Um,
okay.
nominations.
so it is. It's a special award for excellence in rules teaching. So they
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
award and recognize Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, for
I
being able
don't
to.
get a special award. Anyway, go on.
A special award is an award that the awarding body
Why? Why
No,
decides
do they
to
I
just
It
have to
give
get an
recognizes that you're
because
award?
they
special, you
can.
know?
Because
I
they
think that
can.
they wanted to recognize this game for what it did, but it
Yeah.
isn't necessarily innovative. It isn't necessarily the best game of the year. It's not the best co-op, so doesn't fall in all of the normal categories. But I think they just wanted to recognize it. So
Yeah.
this may not be an award that they'll be offering again next year, but
Yep.
it's nice that Jaws of the Lion is like identified as a game that
So
teaches
because
itself quite well.
the idea was Gloomhaven itself is quite a daunting task to learn, and Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion um, was able to implement and teach everything about it in such a easy to
It,
learn manner.
it's
So
an
that's why they
expansion
wanted.
cheat.
It's a
Here,
short.
there.
Are we going back to that
Plot twist.
topic?
It's the rule book for
Right. See,
Gloomhaven.
it's an expansion cheat. It's not
Slow
really so.
clap with that. I
Why?
like that.
Because Gloomhaven was not really designed well. So
I mean,
The
it's
book,
designed
the
well. It's just the
instructions.
Haters
rule book
gonna
that
okay,
hate.
really
fine.
needed
It
help.
The
was
manual.
haters
designed
gonna put hate.
way
But I
too
think
well.
Imitators gonna
I think
imitate.
that's a great innovation to just being able to um,
You were saying what
Just
happened? Yes, Ron.
did we lose
Oh,
Ron?
oh no, we lost Ron.
Okay, he just froze. Okay,
I thought he
Ron.
was waiting for Javi to say something after he drank.
Okay, what happened to
cadence
Ron?
gets me every time.
Stay
So
tuned.
here,
Find
question
out.
there. So best rule book award. It's not really best rule book.
Best rules
Essentially,
explanation.
it's yeah, the award that it's receiving is specific towards how it explains its own rules. So it's not overall rule book
That's
per
my
se.
thing. You're gonna release a quote unquote game just so you could teach the rules of
Actually, that's
one bigger game. I'm like, dude, something's wrong with your game.
I get your point. I mean, but I don't think that they did it intentionally. I feel like they made the game to kind of ease people into the Gloomhaven like system. So it's like they made something that was too big and had to take a step back to simplify it.
I
Never
don't
mind.
mind.
That
I
was our
find
last episode.
Gloomhaven I find Gloomhaven daunting, and I'm super interested in Gloomhaven Jaws.
All right.
I got Gloomhaven on Steam, and the tutorial itself was pretty clear. So I guess
So what's the
what do
need
you call
for this?
this?
Anyway, it
Not
wanted
to the lion, but to
Because it's a daunting.
What's the need for this?
What's the need for this?
All right, let us move on.
Gloomhaven hater.
Denmark, go back to the
What?
previous episode.
Oh, right. I know. I need to get out of the previous episode
yes.
and into this new one.
Refer to that. We had some conclusions already there. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. What's our
So
next episode?
next one is best welcoming game.
This is the
So-
gateway category, right? It's nice
So,
that they
so
named
they,
it.
they qualified it even
They
more.
named
That
it the
it's not
welcoming
just
game.
the
Looks
it's
so
it's
nice.
the game that is. I think it's not only just for like the gateway. It's a way for people to get introduced to the hobby, but it's if you are a tabletop advocate, and these games are
You'll
the
never
ones
go
that they're
wrong.
saying would be like this one will attract people to play and try out board gaming.
Sit down. Right?
And I see that there's really great value there.
I mean, 4 out of these games have great art or have table presence. Calico, Isle of Cats, trekking, escape,
Hey,
haunted
people
mansion.
like pussycats.
My city is kind of bland if you're gonna compare it to this uh, four other games if they're gonna be side by side. But I understand that it's a welcoming game. You get people into the hobby. It's easy for them to actually
Right.
just sit down with you and play with you. So this
Yeah,
is a
so they
good
did
category.
mention this in the video. So Clint also brought it up that this was the previous family category.
Yeah.
So
It's
it takes into consideration accessibility. It's how it can play as a gateway game. So it's a like almost multifunction. So I like the terminology of welcoming game.
yeah.
That's
And
a
of course,
I
this is one of the core values of
I
variable play. So
think
Yeah.
my
As long
city
as
won this
it
one.
gets you into the hobby
Why
without you
not?
complaining once, why not, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think my city won this one,
Complaining
right?
once.
Well, me I having played two of the games here, um, I know who won, and
I forgot.
I'm kind of torn between who won and who I would have chose.
Who
So
would have you chose?
I would have gone with Trekking the World.
Me too, actually.
uh,
I
I
mean, it
I
Mm,
personally, because I did
Scooby
get to
Doo,
play Isle of Cats, I I I really like how Calico looks. How the look and
but
feel
it's a
of
brain
Calico.
burner.
That's what they
Calico
said. Yeah, I haven't
burning
played it,
burns your brain.
but definitely the attractiveness of everybody knows Scooby Doo. I think
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah,
my
so you're
personal.
going with the IP, yes, but then also some people might have preconceptions about it being
True,
too
true.
kiddie or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, like, I personally went with Trekking the World because
agree.
it's the map of a world. You know,
Yes,
it's Earth. If you can't relate or know
and
what
and
that is,
and it,
That's your fault. You're
yeah,
not from Earth.
yes.
All right, Ron, who won?
All
Who won?
right, the winner is Isle of Cats. Yeah.
Meow and
I have that here.
Tetris. All
Woohoo!
right.
yeah.
Yes, you won again, Denmark.
I mean, I kind of look at it as it's a little bit of fiddly and having to explain the whole lore and purpose of Isle of Cats, but at the same time, the gameplay itself of just putting these tiles down on a
Yeah.
boat
Yeah,
is
that
so
was the fun part.
simple that yeah, sure. I mean, congratulations on the win.
Yes. I
Analog game for
I
family. Sure,
wish
why
I
not?
wish the it Isle of Cats had the art style of Calico. That would be so cute. So just that, but yeah.
Do clapping
No, he
effect.
means the sound effect, KO.
Okay. Yay.
We have that all this time, and we've been like here for 25 minutes, and you haven't even pressed that once.
I'm
Okay.
winning for
All
this
right.
game, you know?
All right,
Okay.
next.
Here we go. So next one is best two-player game. So they qualified. It's
Probably
not exactly just for
Morgan
two
can
players.
chime in
It's
on this one.
any player
Hey.
count as long as um, it
You can play it two
play.
players.
You can play a two-player and it is playing really well at two
Yeah.
players. So you have
Who?
Cosmic Encounter
Who?
Duel,
Oh, I remember who won.
Curious Cargo, the
Fox in the
Fox
Forest. Do
in the
it.
Forest Duet, the Imperial Struggle, which is Twilight Struggle, but in
A
an
war
Imperial
game.
setting,
Different setting, yeah.
and Undaunted
Undaunted.
North Africa. Uh,
That's
Actually,
nice.
people would think Imperial Struggle would have won because right
Nah,
now in BGG, the top
it's number
three
one.
entries in like hotness is anything with Imperial. That was the
What?
that was the con.
If that game just benefited from the Imperial
So
word.
Imperium or Imperial, yeah,
Hello, Jake.
that's the idea.
Hey, Jake.
Uh,
Greetings,
Jake
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Hi, Jake. So
That Squirtle is
who do
unique.
you guys think won?
Shiny.
Undaunted.
For
Undaunted
Yeah,
won.
Oh, yeah.
I know,
I, but you know what?
I
I'm interested to see Cosmic Encounter Duel. I didn't know it existed until I saw the
um
nominees.
It has
that's the
bloat.
thing
That's
though.
what they're saying.
Got to watch a review of this by Tom before, and it was more mechanical than what he liked. Sort of more
Okay.
of take that the of sorts, and there's the political negotiation. ain't gonna be there because there's only two of you.
Just the two of you. You're gonna trick
Yes,
someone.
right?
How
Yeah.
do your Fox
How do
and
you-
Forest do
Yourself.
with play? Is it like Raptor? The
No,
Fox and the
Fox
Forest do it,
is
no?
like a trick taking game, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Okay, it's far from Raptor. Okay.
Curious cargo is kind of interesting because you're trying to get cargo before it falls off the conveyor belt.
Yeah,
So you're trying to
Yep.
to get that to score points, or you
Oh,
want
yeah,
it to
but-
fall into your area instead of your opponent. Something somewhere there. Morgan was
but I
explaining to
think
me.
Manual shoe labor. Okay.
Undaunted just really has. I mean, Osprey Games has been cranking out really, really good titles for the
Yes.
past few years,
Yes.
and Undaunted is
Shout
one
out
of those.
Cryptid.
They have been they have been such a sort of a good company that does war games, and
Yeah.
they were able to sort of distill that down and make it more
Hi, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
core market. And I
Undaunted
think,
has been having good reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Africa
Yeah.
and Normandy, those two
Yeah.
are really having good reviews. So, maybe I haven't seen it here locally. Yeah, Curious Cargo is really interesting. I know
Curious.
Morgan knows about this
Yeah.
more than I do.
I am
Need to
curious
rest.
about Curious Cargo.
all right, let's find out. So we're
Manual
all saying
labor.
Hey,
Undaunted.
soy.
Top
Hey,
soy.
so-
Undaunted +1.
Undaunted
Alright,
plus
let's find
one.
I'm going for Fox and the
And
Forest
it
do it.
I'm
is
with Undaunted.
Undaunted,
And yes,
of course.
Undaunted one.
Yes, yes.
Of course.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well
cool.
deserved,
Hey,
well
look
deserved.
at that.
Pan Am. No,
Hey,
forget it.
look
No,
at
no,
those.
no, 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 no. Look at that.
Okay. So
What's that?
here we go.
What
Next one.
category?
Dune. Oh, no, no.
Game
Best-
theming.
Best
Theming.
game theming. All right. So Dune Imperium. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
You guys are biased with the Dune thing. It's just
Okay.
like
So,
it's an
I know.
IP. Of course, the theme is right there.
I know,
Oh.
but it's
They're
like
addicted to the
if you're a
spice, that's
fan-
what they are.
No, but also having
spice
played the
must flow.
game, that in terms of how it plays and its theme, it's implemented really well compared to the
Yeah.
other Dune games.
It's not
I
imitating
mean,
anything.
the other base Dune game is actually really just you know the original feel of it. So
Yeah, I mean, they could have just taken the lazy route and just made an imitation, but instead, they thought of something original. And
okay,
They did.
combining worker placement and deck building. I mean, okay, there's another game here that is arguably also using the same mechanics, but I don't know. Just I really enjoyed it, and credit where credit is due. I mean, I've not played the pinball game here. I've not played Mariposas because it's like one
Show
step towards
Clint's
bird
comment.
games.
Show Clint's comment. I love it.
Javi, let's salute.
Theming with cubes.
All right.
Yes,
Pinball, super skill pinball is a roll and write. Mariposas is about, of course,
Butterflies.
the life cycle of the butterflies. Panam is from the glory days
Pretty
of
butterfly.
the.
I don't know.
Glory
I'm
days
getting
of
like
Panam.
I'm getting feels of like Lotus. Like it looks nice, but is it really a nice theme?
Which one?
Yeah.
Mariposas?
So
Mariposas.
Mariposas is
The
really
production really
well
looks
done.
nice. It really looks
Absolutely
nice.
well done.
Again,
Um,
production and art are something else aside. This is about the theming.
And
That-
it's,
that-
So,
it-
but Forgotten
really
Waters, I
fits.
think. Forgotten Waters, I think,
Oh.
is a really strong contender.
Dwayne,
just because
awesome
of-
job, Dwayne.
Dwayne got ya.
Yeah,
All right, look at that.
I'm going for Forgotten Waters with this one.
You know where my vote goes to.
yeah. I mean,
Alright, so-
I know
I
who
would-
won, but
I would
my
love
vote
Pan
was
Am.
with Dune.
I would love Pan Am, but Forgotten
Yeah,
But
I-
Dune
I-
is a
I-
very strong
love
contender.
Pan Am to have won, but I was, as soon as I saw Dune Imperium, I'm biased. I'm sorry.
No, you got blinded so
And-
fast.
And the winner is Forgotten Waters.
Yay! Clap, clap.
Standing ovation.
Them pirate
Hey,
board games
see?
are really thematic, you know?
Yes,
Pan
of course.
Am.
Anything pirate is amazing. So
Heck
Not
yes.
everything.
Hey, you know what?
Well,
Name me any game that just promotes the drinking of rum. It's always a
Pirate
pirate game.
games, right?
grog.
Exactly.
I was
So
thinking
not
grog
only
more.
that, that's why it sells its theme because you just belligerent after like a few rounds. Like
Questionable life choices. That's what this game's
yeah,
all about.
yar.
Yar.
I think
But
the ease of play, just how you can easily get people involved, and on top of that,
Yeah.
the ability to really play it during the pandemic. I think
right,
Forgotten Waters should have
we
this
played
and a few more.
Forgotten
Yeah, no,
Waters, and
me,
it was
I
really
give it even
fun.
down to the voice actors, man. It,
Right.
it
Oh
really, it's
yeah.
immersive.
It's so
It's
nice.
really
Yes,
immersive.
like you would really feel that the theme is there in the game, and imagine that you're playing it online, just like
With
how
with a hairy
Kyo
arm
is
cam.
running it
With the
with the
hairy
hairy
arm
arm
cam.
cam, right? And and yet you still fully enjoy and experience and really immersed in the game.
Yar.
So go,
Pirates.
go, go. That is best
Cool.
theming. Congratulations, Forgotten Waters.
Yes,
Yar.
you
Not
will not be
pirated,
you
but
will not
pirate.
be forgotten. Waters.
Waters.
Sure, right?
Yeah.
I knew
True.
it. I knew it was
Oh,
somewhere
look at
there.
Best
Best
strategy
strat,
game.
best long
All
games.
right.
Ooh.
So best strat.
Dune.
We
It's
got
there
On
again.
Mars,
For a reason.
Beyond the Sun, and now this is like going to be a theme from here on forth, that Dune and Lost Arnak would like just pop up
You,
from time to
you know
time.
what, I've noticed, especially the Dice Tower Awards. Every year there's just this one game, one or two games that will be really mentioned at least 4, 5 times in
Well,
every category.
it was mentioned in their video that both these titles were nominated 5 times this
Right.
year.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
so
Yes.
what does that tell you? Amidst 5,000 board games coming out every year, you really just have a handful that are really good games.
No, not. You have to qualify that. It's a
Okay,
handful that are hype
make
games.
me sound better. A handful
Because
hyped
because
No,
you're,
no,
you're
no.
You guys tired
The,
of
the
hearing
way
about
that I would
Arnak
phrase it is that
and Dune?
there are titles that got a lot of attention
Right.
and got to a lot of tables. So
Okay.
it's really fresh in everyone's memory that
Mhm.
they had a positive gaming experience, and that
Mhm.
although they won't say it's the best, maybe it had the best team. Or they won't
Right.
say it's the best, maybe it was the best co-op or most
Mhm.
innovative. So that's why it ended up getting nominated in multiple categories.
Right.
That they wanted to recognize it and just put it in some categories that it eventually ended up getting nominated 5 times in total.
yeah, and then
That's what I
on
actually
top
said
of
earlier.
that, on top of that,
You got
no, because
people's
you told
flavors,
every
right?
other
Hey man, I
game
am
that
not imitating
below
you,
Dune
Denmark.
and Lost Ark of Ruins of Arnak as bad games.
Who said it was bad games?
No, because you said these are the only good games. Only a few good games per year, which is not going to be
Fine. That's
true.
that's why I said
That's
what
because
Happy
he's
said.
Yes. Okay. So, and then let me finish. Praga Kaput. I have no idea.
I'm so
How this
interested with that
is.
game. That has a rondel.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Okay,
a
now
Euro
I'm
game.
interested too.
Yeah.
So On Mars is
Rondel.
is a really heavy game by,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
Vital
So this is
Lacerda.
Of course, Vita Lacerda's chef's kiss
Right.
level of perfect,
Uh,
perfect
of
game
course,
design and magnitude.
Beyond the
I
Sun
have
is a
been so
tech tree
interested
building
with
game.
Beyond the Sun for so long. It's
Mhm.
again pandemic, but when I get the chance.
Of
So,
course,
Dune's
you
got
have
my vote.
What
you got
do you guys
Arnak.
think? Who won?
You have
Who
Dune.
won?
Dune.
Best strategy.
What is this? Strat?
Yeah,
I'll go
I'm
on.
Best
gonna say
strat.
Dune.
Best strat.
Nah.
Dune.
I think it
I'm
was. I like to
I'm
say
gonna
On
lean.
Mars. I'll go with
I
Arnak.
forgot who won this one, so this is like fresh in like okay,
Blind.
Dune,
Blind
Dune,
bets.
Dune.
Okay.
I'll go on
Alrighty.
Mars,
Dune.
but it's Arnak, I think.
Arrakis.
I think it's gonna be Arnak too. There you go. It is
There
Arnak.
you go. I was right.
Best
See,
strategy
Arnak.
Yeah, hit us with a
You know
one.
why I
Hit us with
think
a
this
one.
is the best strategy
Ew.
game as compared to Dune? Dune is quite tactical. Like you deal with
Yeah.
your hand, you try to find an opportunity, and that's it. Arnak is so resource management intensive,
Right.
and The game is
Oh
this is
yeah.
not deck building. This is managing resources.
This is selecting which board game you want to play in a 2-in-1 board game. Left or right side.
Yes.
Arnak, to what Jin said, Arnak's hype, sure, but it's hype for a good reason,
Yeah.
right?
It's
It
got its
is.
merits, yes.
It really is. I don't think it's
Doing
hyped for
paturo
the
na
sake of
beyond
being
the sun.
hyped.
Denmark, in response to your comment.
Right. What? Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
I have both. I have
Use
both,
someone
right?
else's
I
comment.
love Arnak the way it plays because that's how I play games. It's more on how I would play
I'm super bad at
worker
it.
placement, deck builder. It's more on Arnak. But if you're gonna ask me to pick between the two, I'd still pick Dune because it's cutthroat. It's right there with you. Every step needs to be calculated. Arnak has a way to mitigate most of the things that you're missing. Dune, it's if you missed one action, one turn, your turn is screwed. For a turn. Seriously.
Yeah.
There's so few ways to mitigate things in Dune.
BTS
You know,
no way.
Maybe for
Yes.
Arnak, the only thing that I really just needs one more round.
Which
There's
one?
never
I
been
want to
there's,
be
ne-
able to buy
there's
more
never
cards.
there's never been a game of Arnak that I've played and like, yeah, that's the right number of turns. So just
No.
one more round. Like,
6 rounds. Well, let's see with the expansion how they're gonna fix it. Maybe it's gonna be better with the Expedition Leaders expansion. So
But-
congratulations,
Yeah.
Arnak.
Later
Best
on,
strategy
Arnav's gonna be nominated again, and I think that's where it really shone. Right? And
Yeah.
so anyway,
I
here we
think
go.
on Mars or Beyond the Sun should have won strategy.
yeah. I think if it wasn't at the same hype level of Dune Imperium and Lost Ruins of Arnak, those
Not
two would
having
definitely
played-
have been.
Mars and Beyond the Sun, I will just have to go with your opinion.
All right.
Whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even Beyond the Sun should have been in innovative. Anyway, so go on.
Hold
Best
on.
All right.
solo.
Here we go. Here we go.
Solo.
Best solos again, just like the
Wow.
best two players.
Solo.
Dune
So-
and Arnak still here.
Yes.
I want to call a
Right.
friend.
That's interesting. Solo.
This is
So-
hands down. This is no contest with that game right there. I'll just give you guys your chance to pick which one is.
Pinball.
I know,
That's
I know.
always been a
Okay.
solo game.
Isn't Under Falling Skies also meant as a multiplayer game?
No. It is
No.
absolutely a single player game.
It's,
Oh, okay.
was
it was a
I-
print and play, and
Yes.
because it was that
It
good,
was so
someone
good,
CGE
and
bought it.
CG picked it up and printed it to its big form. But you can still do your own print and play of the original version. Just a few
It's-
cards.
Galaga.
So
Well,
Dwellings
it's-
of Eldervale.
Galaga.
We
I don't
saw
think it's a
Morgan's
beast of a
massive-
game.
Oh,
Yeah, that
really?
can't be a solo game.
Such beautiful
No,
No,
minis.
it does
has
have
to
a
have
solo
solo.
mode because definitely
I
it
know,
has
but-
more exploration. Dune has a really amazing, well done, very simple to implement solo rules. It just has a deck. But to add to that, the app
That's this.
that implements, yes, the app that implements that solo deck even adds more variety. So I thought Dune could inch away some votes from Under Falling Skies, but Under Falling Skies was just really able to push the quality and the genre of solo gaming. So I think
Right.
Interesting.
Under
Yeah,
Falling Skies
I
really
have no
deserved
dog
the
in this
win.
fight, so by all means, who won?
No,
Pinball.
when I saw Under Falling Skies, I was like, okay, it's over. That's it. No matter how good those other
Well,
hype
Galaga
games
is,
are,
Actually,
it's
what
done.
I haven't seen the full playthrough of the super skill pinball.
Super skilled pinball.
But-
I know in the States, a lot of people are buying this.
Yeah,
It's really
but
selling well.
because of the designer, Geoff Engelstein, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
That's math.
I gotta see.
That's so
Expense.
logic
Let's
math
go.
and everything else.
Alrighty, let's find out who won
The Skies, of
And
course.
of course, best solo
Skies
game,
won.
Under
Falling
Falling
Skies.
Skies. It,
Congratulations for
yes,
best
it,
solo.
implementing implementing Galaga Space Invaders
Space Invaders, right?
in such a very clean manner.
So,
Really amazing.
solo gamers, maybe you wanna check this game out, but this is a good comment by Nico Garcia. He said they should separate true solo versus solo implementation. That might actually be a good suggestion. Like
That's yeah.
a game for
Yeah.
that just plays solo.
I
Solo.
would just like to point something out here. Um, I'm just saying that like Dwellers, for example, is just such a massive game.
Dwellings.
It's built for like 6 or 5 factions, and that when you're gonna set it up and then it plays as a solo game, is just more of that.
It's too
It,
much work.
no, I mean I feel like it was really intended to be a multiplayer game and has a solo option.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Well,
when you're gonna present it
when
as a
you
nominee for solo gaming, like there's no
when
way that that was intended to be a solo game to start off.
most games
I feel you,
nowadays,
bro. I
when they
feel
come
you.
out, are really being designed to work as good in solo
Yeah,
because of the situation. So even if it's such a big game, even for solo gamers, they are looking for experiences where it's a massive, long, you know, expansive experience, and not just a quick solo game experience. So I think,
yeah,
uh,
I totally recognize that. That's why I mean, Clint's making fun of me and making another
okay.
gif of or something. Fine,
Yep.
What was your
I'm
what was
watching
your
you.
GIF? What was your GIF about? GIF.
Watching you. Huh?
What was it about?
Yep.
It was, yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right, let's
it's my
move on.
audition gif for Storage Wars. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I
Okay.
thought it was for something
Reprint.
else.
Oh, look at this.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. So, best
Ooh.
game reprint.
Ron, why is Fort a reprint?
I know. I was surprised too. It's like, why
Was
is
there an
that
older
there?
game version of this?
It's 2019, right? Fort came out 2019.
Oh,
Why is it a
2020.
reprint? 2020. So why is it a reprint? Was
I,
it a
I
different
think it's
version
an
before?
implementation of a different game.
Okay.
But I mean, that's still an innovation. I'm not
Someone help
sure.
us. What was
So
the
when
game
I saw it, I was like,
before Fort?
but
I'm sorry, Fort. What was
Yes.
the game before Fort?
so
Well,
Seven
we have
Bird.
been hearing. I still keep hearing great things about Rococo. So I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to I'm gonna have to give my vote there. Project Elite. I have heard the name, but I don't know anything about the game.
It's by
Uh,
Simon.
it it's a it's this real time co-op game where you keep adding alien sort of zombies onto the board, and you're simultaneously all killing them
So
off. So they grow, or whatever the resolution is,
Oh,
and then
here.
Tower
kill
defense?
10, and then you.
what's
Port's
SPQF?
originally SPQF.
Sounds
All right.
not safe for work.
Okay. Thank you for sharing,
I-
guys.
I'd go
Alright.
Rococo.
I'm going for
Uh,
Seven Wonders. It's a classic.
It is.
Yeah, but
I-
it doesn't look like
Yeah,
it
my
added
my
anything.
vote's for Rococo.
My vote is actually for Eclipse because the new edition looked really nice, really really nice. But I
Thanks,
think it
thanks,
went with the
Morgan.
peak
Thanks.
start.
Yes. Thanks,
Got it, got
buddy.
it.
I'll keep
Yeah,
that in
and
mind.
what would we
All right,
do
sign
without
up.
such great feedback?
And the winner for best game reprint.
We love
And
you, Morgan.
and we get the URL. Okay,
Rococo!
noted.
Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
links.
Wait,
Should I,
will
should
put
I
them
load
later.
it up?
let me cut on this one. Okay, fine. Huh?
Are we? You're really pulling it up? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just so.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's right there.
We're really taking a
SPQF is a
break. All right.
deck building game about growing your ancient civilization from humble origins to greatness. 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes. Deck management distilled to a single choice where you choose. Yeah, pretty much the same.
So it
I
is
don't see the
fourth.
word treehouse.
All right.
The name SPQF is a play on the ancient Roman abbreviation of SPQR, since still today on ancient structures throughout the city. Oh, okay. So they just got the four letters that they usually see on ancient buildings, named it in
Okay.
that game. All right, sure. Why
Wow.
not?
All right.
You learn
There we
something new
go.
every day.
I learned something
Fourth
new
is
today.
reprint.
Thanks.
Rococo.
Okay.
Should I
And
clap? No, don't
Rococo
clap. Okay.
won. Rococo original edition I got to play really looks good, but this new one really has a
Really
brighter, more
looks
appealing
better.
feel. I want my own copy of Rococo now and display some dresses.
And I will play it.
Yeah.
Yes, you buy that copy, Ron.
All right. Here we go.
You
Ah,
Best
you go
party
buy that
game.
copy. Woo,
All
party
right. We got
party.
game.
5 minute mystery,
Mister.
hues and
I love
cues.
that.
Master Word, Mysterium Park, and Telestration Upside Down, Upside
Really,
Drawn.
really, they made another telestration where you draw
Mhm.
Sure.
upside down and other
I
people
think
Because
guess.
I
why
think
not?
what's next?
So
They need to make
innovative.
a telestration where the board is spinning and you have to like pottery, put the needle of ink on it and then you make a drawing like that. And
I
it
see.
spins.
That's
That sounds
weird.
so complicated.
I see four
A lot
games
of
that
ink.
are. I see four games that was the same that you can play before this version of the game that came out. So
Yeah, yeah. So I think it I'm not sure if this is reflective of how the core market is
right,
sort of a driving focus now. Maybe because there's not enough space to play party games because
it's good.
it's of the
Look,
pandemic. So maybe the titles, they're lesser
Party.
titles. I'm not sure.
Mysterium is Mysterium. Five
Yeah,
minute mystery is a 5 minute game.
yeah.
Upside down
So
telestrations is telestrations. Master word is pick whichever word game you want.
I don't.
That's it.
This is pretty much taking the place of code names, and thank God it's been replaced. Like it's been dethroned as a
Hey,
nominee.
here,
so
Code
I
here,
heard
names
here.
Spyfall. What are you talking about?
Master
Spyfall.
words. This game is called Master Word. Pick something with words.
You ask questions.
no,
What are the questions? The words, man. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
I think it's more likely Hughes and Q's that would
Yeah.
have won this
Who's
just
in
because of
queues?
Well, I know
it's
who won,
more.
so I
Yeah.
can't speak to that.
It plays like you draw a card, right? And it says, let's say, eggplant, and you're just gonna choose a segment on the board where you place this barrier and try to let everybody guess what specific color you're
Mhm.
thinking of. More or
Yeah.
less, that's how it plays, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
And
there
it's
you go.
sort of that grading uh, hues, the difference in
Yeah.
hues. That's where people are like, what? That's not an eggplant. That's a
What
quiche.
eggplant? Is
Or,
it
I
a
don't know.
green one or a purple one or a dark
Yeah.
And
one?
then someone will say, "Sorry, I'm colorblind."
Yeah,
No,
you know
of
what?
course, of
So
course.
you can't play this game.
It would be an interesting game that for that purpose. That by the end of one session, just like we're sorry to say, sir, you're colorblind.
All right,
Someone will
let's check.
really figure out. Okay.
Who's in queues?
So
There
definitely
you go.
hues and
Man,
cues. All
congratulations.
right.
Hey, good choice.
So
Ooh,
this one
Hey, I
I
see
really
another
like.
familiar game.
So it's best small publisher, and so you have
Mm.
Chai, which our guest a few weeks back,
Tim Chuan.
um, Tim Chuan, did the uh, animated
The cinematic
the
trailer.
cinematic trailers for Chai, Chai for Two actually,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and Dune Imperium, Honey Buzz, Praga again is here, and then Project L. I have no idea. I'm not familiar with Project L. I am
I can
familiar
help you.
with Project Buzz. Go ahead.
I can help you. Project L is another Tetris game where you're trying to
Oh,
complete a shape,
Ah.
and when you complete it, you get new additional Tetris shapes, and then you get another card where you try to fill up that shape, kind of like
mm.
that. So
Okay,
it
okay.
progresses.
I I would have thought this would have been Chai just because of like how
Nah, this
really
is
well it
Dune.
looked.
Honey
But
Buzz looks really nice too.
Honeybuzz is really beautiful. However, Dune, while it's not, people think it's made by a big company. The, big in the sense that it's Direwolf, and they started out as um, apps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Game
but they
developers.
say this category it you're gonna be nominated if you only published one or two games
Yes,
Right, one
correct.
or two
before.
games. So
I think
these are
they've
like
published maybe
fresh
like
releases.
three games so far. For the publishers of Direwolf, I think they did.
Yeah,
Although
Uh,
I will
I'll
say
go
that
Dune.
based on Denmark's description of what Project L is, I'm worried that it might be an imitation of other existing games.
Right, sure, why
Alrighty.
not?
Okay.
It might like Isle of Cats, right?
Oh,
Earlier
Yes.
on, there was
whoa.
that game.
So best small publisher, and
Dune.
I'm really happy about this because they did a spectacular job in getting it out and designing such a good game. Although, yeah, I wish the bling had a middle ground. That's my
Mm.
main thing with Dune. Like I wish I can have not all of the minis because I don't need all of those, but
What?
yes.
What are you talking about?
So many things to make. All right.
All right,
Just
congratulations.
because just because it
Congratulations.
fixed your cube needs doesn't mean it can't be upgraded.
Cuban Cuban needs.
Okay, got it. All right,
Cube
here
needs.
we
It's
go.
like a drug, right?
So we
Got some
have
cubes.
the best nominees
New
for the
designer.
best new designer.
Hey, cubes.
So we have Dennis Chan for Beyond the Sun,
Chai.
Dan Kazmaier and Connie Kazmaier for Chai,
You're gonna read their names.
Endangered Joe Hopkins.
I wanna
That
wait for
cover
Arnak.
looks so nice.
Yep.
Ron,
Endangered.
Ron, read their names.
There is one
David
cover
Alberto
here though
Diaz.
that kind of feels like an imitation of the Jurassic Park logo.
Wait, wait. Listen. Ron, read Arnak.
Okay. And then Lost Ruins of Arnak. Here are the designers.
I knew it.
That's it. No,
Say
I
it
mean
properly.
Elwin Min.
Elwin and Min.
So okay. So that's the designer, and then for the artist, oh boy,
You're good. You're good. We're just
Giri
reading
Hughes,
designers, right?
Ondrej,
We're just reading
Drina,
designers.
Jakub Politzer, Frantisek
Oh my gosh,
Sedashek,
you did it.
and Milan
What do you mean
Vavron.
see the what?
Vavron.
Sedashek.
Okay. I heard something else. All right. So best new
That's it's
designer.
not Shevchek.
Okay, sure.
Check your earmuffs, Denmark.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Okay,
All
best
right.
new
So
designer.
best new designer. I well,
Arnak for me.
I think it's gonna be Arna, and it's gonna be like best new designers. But if I'm not
No,
mis-
no obla, no obla Ingles, padre.
Cabron.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien.
see,
Wow,
Cabrón.
Rod,
Por,
that's the extent. See,
por qué? Por qué? Por favor.
I'll look at the
Alright.
camera and say, you too?
That's
I think it's Arnak. I think I got
I
Endangered.
think it's Arna.
Endangered is a
Looks like
two-player
Maripo-
game.
Looks like Mariposa.
It's a two-player game where you're trying to, of course, save endangered animals. Fossils is a family game. Trying to
Endangered
And Chai
animals
is a
too.
pretty game with
fossils.
the teacups and the tea
Yeah.
tin can for the cubes.
BTS.
Love Arna, but should be BTS.
yeah. Well, my vote is Arnak.
I got Arnak too.
All right, let's go.
Let's see. Let's see.
And it is Arnak.
It is? Cool.
Best new designer.
And,
Hey,
and I,
cabron!
I think I think
I'm not
guys
sure if
think
it's
about this. If
allowed
this
to
is
see.
the first game that they pumped out, right? They released. You think about the next game that they're gonna be releasing. If it's this good,
It's an expansion.
I mean, if
I
they're
was
gonna
gonna say that.
make a new
Well,
game,
we know what Denmark's opinion on expansions are. So
Yeah.
hey, I
next
might
game
even
is
get
an
that
expansion.
expansion. So
Denmark's gonna get an expansion. You've all heard it here. All
I
13
might,
viewers.
I might get that expansion.
All right.
Arnak
Let's go.
with Elwin and Min, congratulations.
Yes.
Just a few more, right? Are we getting there? Are we getting there?
Mhm,
Are we getting
mhm.
there?
Yeah.
We are at
We're
page
almost
Hey,
there.
birds!
Oh, look at
All
that.
right.
Birds.
So best game expansion.
Oh, it's Denmark's favorite category.
Hey,
What is this?
Chronicles of Crime, Parks, Spirit Island, Jagged
You
Earth,
guys can take over. I have
Unmatched,
no
Cobble,
opinion on
and
this one.
Fog, and Oceana. I think Oceana gave them the solo expansion. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, for the
No.
sake
I
of
would prefer Chronicles of Crime
Unmatched.
to win this.
I'll go Unmatched.
because, yeah. All right, let's see.
Well, Unmatched is interesting, so I'm going with that.
Crime Chronicles.
And there you go.
Oh,
Ah,
It
okay.
is Chronicles of Crime.
it's good. It's
Yeah,
that
it
good.
looks really nice, and I
It's
think it's
Assassin's
a
Creed
standalone
Chronicles of Crime.
expansion of sorts.
Isn't it?
I'm not
Is
sure.
it Assassin's Creed Chronicles of Crime?
It is, yeah, pretty much. Time Stories, Assassin's Creed, Chronicles of Crime. All right.
See, oh, people there. That's why we don't like expansions. It confuses people.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be an expansion.
Morgie, you're enabling Denmark's biases.
All right. Here
Oh,
we
this
go.
is my wife's favorite category. Co-op.
So for the best co-op,
Is she
You
there?
got
Did
the
she hear you?
crew.
Did she just hear you say that?
No. Marvel
Best
United.
so
Marvel United.
hang on. Endangered is a two-player co-op. Is that what you're saying?
Which one? Yeah.
Cooperation.
Endangered is a two-player
Endangered is a
game.
two-player
It's
co-op.
co-op.
That's nice.
That's
Forgotten
innovative.
Waters. Yeah. For Marvel United and Pandemic Legacy Season 0. With the amount of Kickstarter pictures, selfies on their collection, I think it should be Marvel United. Just
No,
because
I'm
of
still
how
going
much
with the crew.
Yeah, I
know,
think the
I
crew,
know. I gotta
the
go with the
accessibility.
crew as well. Yes.
Hey, someone agrees with me.
Well, you know where my vote lies.
My opinion matters. Somebody
Stop
listen.
All right,
validating
let's find out.
Denmark's opinion.
Let's find out if
I think the crew won this one.
Denmark is
Yeah,
correct.
it's the crew.
Yes, it is the crew. It is such a good game. It is such a
It
good
is.
game. And I am excited for the crew underwater.
Yeah, the
Uh,
stand alone.
it's a the crew 2, you know.
Yeah.
It's like Kyo knows this. It's like UFO Enemy Unknown. It started out in space, and then the next one they did it underwater. So
Right.
it reminds
I love
me.
how people are getting confused because of expansion. So
Wait, but this was commented by one of us.
one of us.
This is Denmark. This is just
That's not
Denmark
me.
feeding to his biases.
I didn't even touch any keyboard in there. Alright. It just shows that my stand on expansions actually does make sense.
All right, let's move on to
Hey, just a few more, right? Just a few more.
Yeah.
yeah
Best
yeah.
production
So best
values.
production value. We got Dwellings of Eldervale, Honeybuzz, On Mars, Tank
Oh
Garden,
my,
and
this is a
Idle Blades.
Yeah,
This is
dude,
a
Thank
difficult
Garden looks
category.
amazing. I almost backed it on Kickstarter. Dwellings looks amazing too.
Yeah,
Dude, have you seen
Dwellings.
Honeybuzz and on Mars? They really look good. The production,
Yeah.
they're
Mhm.
really also Tidal Blades. So this,
Yes.
I bet they were having a hard time trying to
This
figure out.
this here, this is amazing. Yes.
Thank you, Sim. I don't think we have
We'll do like best necessary expansion and best unnecessary expansion for Denmark's
That'll
sake.
all be me. That'll all be me. I'll
No,
take
but
on that one.
one of our contributors already, Jake, does that once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, top
Philippine
100
top 100. So
in
he
the
does a big
Philippines
survey.
context.
So if you guys, if the surveys come out, you guys should participate
Yeah.
and tell us about your
Tune
favorite
in
games.
by the end of the year. Squirtle's 100.
And it's and it's good too because we get to find out what the state of gaming is in the Philippines, how we view games. It gives us data, and what's a few minutes just answering games that you like. You're the list. Just make a list for a few minutes, and you're gonna be contributing and helping us.
All right.
All
Denmark,
right.
something for you.
So I
There's
think
it's not
I
here.
think it's
Oh,
gonna be dwellings. But title base
why?
looks good.
Why would it win? Because of when you place that dinosaur on top of that thingy, it makes a sound.
Have you seen how dwellings looks like when it's set up?
I know, I've seen it, but have you seen on Mars or
I have.
Honeybus? I mean, dude, they all
Well, I
look
Well,
have not seen
nice.
what
let's
honey
find
buzz
out
looks like.
because we're not the
I go
judges
Tidal
anyway.
Blades. I'll go Tidal Blades.
And the winner is it is Dwellings of Eldervale.
Yes, yes, I was
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Morgie, lend me your copy now.
Morgan,
Morgan, Morgan,
validates your copy.
get vaccinated. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this.
Alrighty.
Oh, it's back.
So,
There you go. Water everywhere. Three
best
water games.
game artwork. All right. So, best game artwork. So, best art.
Oh,
Etherfields,
Clint hates
Forgotten
this
Water,
this category, and
Lost Ruins
who
of
won?
Arnak, Oceans, and Tidal Blades Heroes of Steel.
I know who wins, so
So,
I am not gonna comment.
Okay, fine.
um,
If you're gonna choose one, which would have it been?
I would still actually choose Arnak. It's just that you're too occupied with what's happening in the game. But the reason why people are, I think, really attracted to Arnak in the first place, just on the cover alone, it was able to really just convey the feel. And then if you look in onto all of those hero tiles and the guardians, looks
Okay, I
really
have a
really
question.
nice.
I have a question with game artwork. Does it include when I hope we wouldn't know, but if I'm gonna ask you guys, would you include um, the artwork being how it's placed on the card so that things will be readable, so that things will be easy
Yeah,
to look
you
Like
at?
graphic
Does that
design.
count? Yeah, the
Yeah,
graphics
yeah.
part, right?
Yes,
So it's not
yes.
just purely art on how it's
No,
painted, how
no.
it's digitally drawn. It's how
Yes.
it's also laid out, right? So
Yes.
that's what this
The
category is
usability.
about.
And I think Arnak, with the amount of symbols that they have to work with,
I know who the VP. I know who's
Yeah,
using
no,
our account.
he already admitted.
who is
It's the guy who said he likes Arnak. It's
oh,
not
okay.
me. If
Alrighty.
if we're going for art alone, I'd go Ether Fields.
Yeah, dude, either field looks great. I have a feeling that one of the things that they're taking into consideration is just really how it ties to the game or how the overall experience is. Maybe it's being taken as a factor, but if it's just purely artwork,
Yeah, Ether
either
Fields.
Fields has some great art.
Yeah, but that's why I ask you guys: does the layout fall into this category? Because if it
I
does,
think it has to be overall. I
then
mean,
Arnak
if
will really
you're
win this one.
looking at um, Ronnie says title plays pero medyo boring yung gameplay. Alrighty. Okay,
Alright.
so let's find out best
I think
game
Arnak.
artwork.
Yeah, I know who wins, so
Although
I'm
Forgotten
reserved.
Waters also looks good, but
Yes.
yeah. If we're talking
And because of that
layout
long list
graphic-wise,
of
names, you know now.
these names, yeah, yes, there you go. Best game artwork. Lost
Cue the
Ruins of
applause.
Arnak.
Cue the applause.
All right, now for our final category. And our final category is Game of the Year. And this is the only category that they have 10
Six
entries.
Not 10.
I know it's 10. Oh, only 6? Isn't it 10?
No,
There
no,
you
yes,
go.
there is.
There you go.
All right, so
So
okay,
what
so
do...
this
Oh,
is
9?
game of the year. So you got Game of the Year, which is and here are the nominees. You got Calico, The Crew, Quest for Planet Nine, Dune Imperium, Dwellings of Eldervale, Forgotten Waters, The Isle of Cats, Lost Ruins of Arnak, Viscounts of West Kingdom. So it was interesting to just see it pop up because I didn't see it in anywhere else in the list.
Surprise!
It's
Viscounts!
like a late runner up. It's
Surprise, we're
like
here.
yeah. And
He's the
pandemic,
one who's late to the
I saw a
party.
while ago.
Well,
People,
if
people are
it
like,
showed up on the list for party game, then I'd be worried. Okay, so
That's true. That's
they're
true.
like, dude, we only have
Maybe.
9. We need one more. Fine, toss in Viscounts.
hey,
That will work
No,
out.
so maybe,
it's not a toss away, man. I would play
it
that
is not. It is a great
no
game.
question.
Of course it's not. I'm just kidding because you didn't see him anywhere on the list,
Yes.
right? This is just where he appeared.
No, and I think that
Just
that's
for
main.
game. And
I think that's mainly because in terms of the artwork, it is almost like not recycled, but it's part
but
of a
wouldn't it
series
be
already.
yeah, but wouldn't it be
Right.
interesting for a game that only pops up in the
And then wins.
nominations
Wins
and
everything.
then wins,
Yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah, but imagine. Oh, let's imagine that its artwork isn't as original as the others because it's from a series. Its mechanic isn't as original because it does like copy, not copy, or that it is
It
influenced by
imitates
previous games. It's
Mhm.
not
other
a
games,
party
yeah.
game. It's not a welcoming game. It's not a solo. It's not a two-player game. But there is still potential of it being
Sure.
really,
It
really
apparently is
good.
a really, really good three-player game, right? What if
Yeah.
it's like that?
Sure. Sure.
Apparently, the
okay.
Dice Tower loves playing that.
So
And to answer,
So-
Arnak is not the new Wingspan. Dune is.
Take that back, please.
Whoa,
No.
whoa, whoa, wait a minute. Them fighting words, eh?
Yeah, no,
No.
no, no, no.
I have
no.
to agree. It
No,
might
no,
be Arnak for the year 2020. It might be Arnak. That's the wingspan of 2019.
While it could be argued, it isn't like
I think
there's not
hype
enough
alone.
hype around it.
Yeah, I think,
Which one,
and to add to that, uh, remember that the crew, the only reason why Dice Tower is reviewing this year
Because
or well,
it got
2020
to
is because
the US
it's the only
shores.
time it got to U.S. shores.
Yeah.
This was released and have won award, so it has a pedigree already along its track record. Dwellings of
that's-
Eldervale, really
so
good
weird,
hype,
right?
usability
How they-
on Forgotten Waters.
I find it. I find
It's
it
gonna be hard for
weird.
Calico, I think, and
And
Cats
Isle of
just because
Cats.
of like just their comparing to Arnak and Dune Imperium. It's like how do you compete? And then Legacy, Pandemic Legacy. I think I'm I'm surprised there's still. It's still a great game, but I'm not sure if um, the the timing of it because I
Yeah.
think Pandemic Legacy Season Zero felt a little bit older than 2020. So I didn't realize
So-
it was 2020.
But whatever you pick up from from the 9 of these games, whatever you pick up, you're not gonna go wrong.
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Anything
yeah,
about
for
any
sure.
of these
Agreed.
games.
There's a
Absolutely.
reason why they're nominated.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
So
was,
it's not
I
about
was
the
making-
best game.
Yeah.
It's these are already the top 9 like
For 2020.
picks for
right?
2020. Yeah.
I might be making fun of Viscounts, but whatever you pick up here, you're not gonna go wrong. I have a question
You
for you
can't
guys.
walk back on that, man. We heard what you said.
I know. I'm not trying to take it back. I'm just saying these 9 were the best of 2020. Do you guys agree with that one? Well, at least from the Dice Tower point of view, do you guys
Especially for
agree
the ones that were
with this 9 games?
were nominated multiple
Multiple
times. I think
times, right?
they
Yeah,
really
yeah.
had.
Of course,
Um,
Dune and Arnak is right up there.
Forgotten
and
Waters has been nominated
Right.
multiple times as well.
A lot of
So,
times.
same thing, Calico and Isle of Cats. So I think
Ex-
those really showed a lot of
And it's a good spread,
premise.
right? You have
Mhm.
abstract, you have co-op, you have worker placement,
Yep.
dice builder,
Agreed.
RPG,
But
storytelling.
it's not all just birds.
so
And
Fair
mechanics,
enough.
Yeah.
so get in your
Or
bets,
cubes,
get in your
fine.
bets,
Or cube.
Uh,
everybody.
I know
Get in
who
your
wins,
bets.
so
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I I'm
I'm so
sitting this
proud.
round out.
I'm so
All
proud of
right.
who won. Taking
So
down
the
giants.
winner
And the
Drum roll, drum
winner.
roll.
is absolutely taking out giants. The
Taking
crew.
out
Just
giants.
a tiny box.
Taking out giants,
Tiny
people. Taking out
box.
giants.
Tiny box.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
And bring down the
Yahoo!
likes of Dune Imperium.
Woohoo.
I
Underdog
agree,
wins.
Clint.
Lost
They're
Ruins
taking
of
over.
Armor.
People are finally done with birds. Now it's all cats.
It's not really an underdog, right? Because
I'm a dog
in the
person.
European sphere, at least, the crew has been known to really win
Well, it
awards. So it's
has
not
won
really an
awards
underdog.
already. That's kind of
Yeah.
my point there, that it has won. So
Ah,
yes.
here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
We
good.
are opening. We are opening the session for violent reactions.
Please do. We would like to
Wait,
see your comments, ladies and gentlemen.
but wait, let's see.
I know. I
From
would. I would just add in that. Okay, this is the Dice Tower Awards. You have to take into consideration that what values they all are looking for in their
yeah, I was
games.
gonna go there.
That's
Right,
why.
right.
So this is not like it's based, I think, like from 50 of them that they were the ones that
All the
nominated games.
contributors, right?
Yeah,
All
the
of them.
contributors. So that if there's certain aspects of this game that they really enjoyed and wanted to recognize and you know um, give praise to, it's really their decision. I think that it's really good to serve as like a benchmark, or at least to give people an idea of what games that they want to look into that came out
And
this year. It's not
uh
definitive. You're still entitled to your opinion.
Right,
So,
right.
and in terms of how they made their selection, Dice Tower actually has a
Oh.
wide range of reviewers
Yes,
and
they
people
have your
who are
players,
participating in
party
judging
gamers, right?
for the awards, and they have a certain amount of plays that are required for people to chime in their votes. They have Jason Levine was explaining something like if you put in three votes, uh, the vote
These
count
are
yeah,
the
is this,
points
that,
yeah, they had
that
a
that.
weight
equal, right?
system. If you
Yes.
only
So
nominated one game in a category, it would be like a weight of one. And then if you did for two games, it would be a weight of two. So basically, they kind of, I think, almost like reverse scored it, almost like golf or something.
yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
Parang
they
ganun nga. Yeah.
really were able to um, science it out, and I respect the achievement of Dice Tower in terms of coming up with, again, it's not easy with the pandemic and all. So coming up with a really good selection, having all the plays in, and gathering all the numbers, and coordinating with everyone. It was such a fun episode. So if you guys
Right.
haven't watched
Yeah.
that episode of Dice Tower, it's such a fun episode to see all of the different designers and publishers. Uh, People just are part of the industry, and they were able to sort of express themselves, which normally you wouldn't see them.
Normally, because with the situation that happened 2020, imagine that they were able to play all of these games and still come up with a very
Right.
significant list,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Right. Good point. Good
I,
point.
I just wanna comment on this comment below. We're
Okay.
gonna have to work on the VP awards because we don't want to just imitate another like award show. Okay, we're not gonna be
Yeah.
we're not gonna be
No.
imitating the Dice Tower. So we're gonna figure out our own way to recognize games for their merits.
Cool.
Alrighty.
At least, right? It will be different.
They
Okay.
okay.
Oh,
So
okay. So,
thank you,
so
everyone.
wait before we go. Tomorrow, you're for our schedule for this week. Tomorrow, of course, we had the news yesterday. We have this today. I know tomorrow, Pinoy Meeple Soy will be releasing his part two
Or
of
two.
the history of tabletop gaming in the Philippines. That was so
Yes. Yes.
interesting. The first one was
Did
so
you see
interesting.
Wow.
when he shared a game Filipinos play, a tabletop
Mm-hmm.
game with
Yeah.
stones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
That was
amazing.
on his own personal
Yeah.
page, right?
Hmm.
So we
Hmm.
have that for part two tomorrow. So if you're following that series, you might want to check out Variable Play and also Pinoy Meeple page. It's gonna be on both of those sites. On Sunday we have Javi and his Sunday Night Magic. What will you be talking
Sunday
about?
night magic.
That the Commanders was on last week, right? How is it?
Yeah,
What's it
no.
gonna be this week?
So,
Is it gonna be
um,
finally elves? Elves? No, not yet.
well, no, no. I
No.
mean,
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to be continuing with the top 10 tribal lists, but I did receive a few suggestions earlier
Mm-hmm.
today that I'm also going to be looking into. So I'm kind of already preparing material for like the next episode and the next episode. So
Cool.
I'm
Cool.
going to see which one is getting the most interest so that we can get more engaged
Just
people on the show.
put a poll on the page.
Right, right.
And also, we are inviting you Sunday at 7 a.m. early
Seven
morning.
thirty.
Yeah.
7:37 a.m. It is true. It happened. Just go back in a few videos. Just go back a few entries. It
Ron
did happen.
almost died
So if you want to mix
of happiness.
health, exercise, and board gaming, if you want to participate, and we are inviting you to join Ron and Gabay at 7:30 a.m. Sunday for an hour. It was just like 40 minutes, right? And you
Yeah.
can
Yes.
see.
I,
Yes.
you know
Yes.
what? I found it so interesting. And for anyone who hasn't seen the episode, please check it out. You will find the most useful repurposing of a DC deck builder that you will ever find. Ever. Ever. It was made for that, apparently.
And if you want to see what a Neil Patrick deck of cards look like,
Oh, yeah.
Neil
That's
Patrick
also
Harris deck of
really
cards
That
nice.
was
look like,
beautiful. That was beautiful.
check out that episode. But we are inviting you to join
Yeah.
health
So the
for health and fitness Sunday
Mhm.
7:30. Go on, Ron.
Yes. Yeah, the idea of it was just we wanted to make sort of fitness and gaming interesting for both groups of people. So a little bit of gamification. So it will also somewhat show some of my sort of design ideas being implemented into sort of everyday things. So just like what we did last time, where we just use uh, basic playing cards 1 to 10, and we made some sort of drafting system where we use that to decide what we're going to be exercising. And my friend Gabay ended up uh,
Getting cheated
doing
out of
90
aces.
squats for the episode.
But it was good. I really thought it was not gonna work, but hey, it does, and it's
Thank
really
you for the vote
good.
of confidence
So
there.
we're gonna do. No, I was like, how is this gonna work? How is this gonna be a game? Because before we thought you were just gonna play a two-player game, and whoever gets a hit gets to do an
No, no,
exercise,
no.
and
The
then
idea was,
you did the
yeah,
card thing. I was like, hey, this will work. This will be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
The idea was sort of like we didn't want competition per se, or sort of
Hmm.
putting the negative effect of of fitness as associating it to the gaming component
Losing?
of like
Yeah.
losing life or getting punished, because
But you do have a little bit of the whole take that, like, I'm
I
going to take
know.
the 6, so you're left with the 8.
I know,
That
I
was
know,
really fun. That was
I
really
know,
fun
I
seeing
know,
that one.
I know. But it's like a weird co-op sort of very light take. That's the idea.
It's a
But
semi
yes,
co-op. Until that point when you have to turn against your friend and make him do 90 sit-ups. I mean, squats.
yes. All
Yeah,
right.
that was
And then
wow.
All right.
I
That
think
was
for our friends from Pilipintados are
Right.
having their
Second year
monthsary.
anniversary. No, it's their anniversary. Second year anniversary.
Is it second year
Yes.
anniversary? I think the message was just the monthsary
Take it from
for
the guy
the.
who does the news, Ron.
Okay,
I'm
already.
sorry.
No, I mean,
All
I know
right.
it's their anniversary,
Just
but
to be
they have a
fair,
monthly. They have a monthly sort of
uh,
online painting.
how look, we're both right. It says second monthly anniversary.
So
So
there
I'm
you go.
like, so we're both. So if you guys want to join Pilipintados in their
So
second
if you
monthly
guys are interested in
anniversary,
painting or
yeah,
trying out painting or just hanging out with other painters and artists, definitely
Paintbrushes.
uh
That is that a paintbrush?
it's a
No, it's for my
paintbrush.
no, no,
keyboard.
no, no,
I
no,
was
no.
like, what?
I have no other brush, so
They're gonna
let's
be
paint.
celebrating it, I think, on
Yeah.
Saturday.
So
So
join
if you're not
Pilipintados uh
Damn.
the
their
Facebook group,
page, yes,
and yeah, if you're interested in painting, there's a lot of content there as well.
and it's an
All
inuman.
right.
Numan.
Inuman.
So if you guys are down with that, maybe you join the Pilipintados. Okay, on Saturday.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right.
Anything else, Edward?
No, I'm good. We're good. We're good. So
Okay.
we hope to see you on the
So
other shows too.
yes, please do support all of the contributors and
Yes,
creators and
there's so much original content on the Variable Play Network. Please support. You know, I
so
there's
yeah,
a lot. Yeah, s- we
all of the
appreciate
volunteers
your
here.
feedback, your
Mhm.
comments, joining us for the shows, following us on a weekly basis. I mean, you won't find any other or any better shows out there than what we're putting out.
All
Well,
right.
We are
no,
we are quality.
before before this gets anywhere, Ron, bring us home.
yeah, yeah. So again, super thank you for everyone who has been watching, and if you are tabletop, I'm really loving how so much more people are creating content. You know, just not outside of the variable play network. There's also a lot more people that are also creating content. Please follow those as well, aside from the ones
Right.
here, because again, supporting people that are contributing in the hobby, I think always a win-win for everyone.
Right.
So until next time, keep fun, having fun, and keep playing games and stay
Play
safe.
more old
Until
games.
next time,
Like, share,
bye.
subscribe, and keep
Bye
gaming.
everybody.
Keep
Thank you.
likes
See you.
coming. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.